welcome to another edition of AmericanDreamTrading.com's live futures training and education broadcast. This is an outreach of AmericanDreamTrading.com, which was formed by, incorporated by Chad Christian, who we affectionately call Coach. Why do we call him Coach? Because he shows us how to navigate the muddy waters of everything investing, whether it's stock options, crypto, and in this case, futures. He educates us, guides us, corrects us when we need it on how to do all those things. We can be day traders, swing traders, long term investors, dividend investing, investing for our retirement, you name it. He trains us on it. Covered calls, cash secured puts, everything and anything. He educates us. He shares how the different trading strategies for each investment vehicle because they do vary between. However, all his trading strategies will work on any investment vehicle. I'm glad you could be here today. Hopefully you can hear me. I had to switch headsets at the last time. Can you hear me out there in YouTube? Can you hear me out there in TikTok and Facebook and LinkedIn? If you can, type in a one, would you? Appreciate it. My headset literally died 2 minutes before we went live here. So again, my name is Mark McSee. I am a moderator here with AmericanDreamTrading.com. I'm glad you could be here today. If this is your first time being here today, I appreciate you showing up. If you'll click subscribe, thank you over there, Waffle. On TikTok said he can hear me just fine. If this is your first time here, I'd ask that you click subscribe. Also, click that notification button so that you're notified every time that we do go live here at American Dream Trading. And we do go live 3 times each and every day, Monday through Friday. Coach is live from 9 to 11 every day Eastern Time. I'm alive here from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Time. And then we have our aftermarket show with Don over on our YouTube channel, American Dream Trading. For the aftermarket show, it's kind of a laid back, talk about the trading day, get some education. You can ask questions over there with Dawn also, and she'll be just as happy as I am to try to answer your questions. And speaking of questions, if you have any, please feel free to type them down there in your social media chat box, and we'll try to do our best to answer them as time allows. We'll do some live trading. We'll answer questions, show you things not to do. I do that every day, things you shouldn't do, and the trades go against you. Because, yes, when you're involved in trading, every trade is not going to be successful. You try to control the things that you can control through education, training, and experience and making wise, educated decisions. But there's always those things you have no control over, such as a big, what they call a whale, somebody with lots of money or holding a lot of shares or a lot of contracts coming in and either buying a whole bunch at once or selling a whole bunch at once without you seeing it coming, and then it can go against you. So how do we prevent from losing too much money? All right, well, we use stops. We never trade without a stop. So if I was going to say I was going to, well, I have the Australian dollar up here right now, but if I was going to trade that, I have a pre-programmed button here with my stop loss that I determine I like to have. So when I enter a trade, so if I'd enter this trade right now, right, I go in there, I can buy contracts. Oh, I bought it on a limit, but that's okay. I'll slide that up a little bit. I like to buy at market. That way I'm always in the trade right away. Yes, you don't get as good of a fill in a market order, but I don't like having to sit there and wait on it to get filled. I want it filled now. I'm very impatient, so I do market. You don't always get the best price going into a trade or out of a trade, but it works. As you can see, if you can see it on my chart, here's where I bought 5 contracts. Right now I'm down $50. It also automatically put my stop loss, which is 25 ticks in this case, down here. And I can move this up and down. I can make it as tight or as wide as I need to. Now, I wouldn't want a 25 tick stop loss on trading currencies, but I leave my stop loss standard 25, so I don't have to worry about coming in and remembering to reprogram it for what I actually want on every trade. So I just leave mine at 25, And then, like in this case, if I'm doing currencies, I'm going to make a lot tighter stop because if I let that go, that you can see how much money it would lose there. So I'll move that up. Generally, I'll keep it right about there. I eyeball it in there. That's about an 8 tick. If it pulls back that far, I should be out of the trade by then anyway. So the most I can lose in this trade, if I close my eyes and don't look at this the rest of the day and this pulls back, the most I will lose is $200 on this trade, right? And as this goes up, if it does continue to climb, I can always slide my stop up, make it tighter and tighter and tighter. And if I get actually into the profit, I can actually move my stop up above and lock in my profits. So never ever trade without a stop. You always want to limit your downside. Now, some people trade with a take profit. I can do that same thing. It's a TP here. I can slide this up so that it automatically sells at a certain price right here. I will take $375 if this goes that high. Now, probably not going to go that high the rest of today, but the problem with that is, and it has its uses. Don't get me wrong. I don't ever use this. I never want to limit the amount of money I can make. Right? There's what if this comes up? What if say I had it right here, and like, oh, there's $100. I want at least $125 out of this trade, and it blows right through that. Well, I'm going to get my $125. But what if this goes up $200? Well, now I'm out of the trade, right? So you should, in my opinion, and the way Coach teaches also, you should never limit your upside because that $100 could turn into $1,000. You don't know at any given time, right? So I never use take profit. It does have its purpose and its place, certain circumstances, but I never use it. All I want to do is make sure that once I enter a trade, I'm protecting how much I can lose, right? What I lose today, I can't trade tomorrow. So I want to limit how much I am using. Now, what you see on my screen, this is TradingView. Okay, it's an independent software program. You can go over to tradingview.com. This has absolutely nothing to do with American Dream Trading. We're not associated with it. I don't make $5 for every time somebody signs up or any of that kind of crazy stuff. It's probably one of the largest charting softwares out there that's used worldwide. It's pretty visually. There's all kinds of things you can do. There's thousands of indicators. If you want to put all that stuff on your chart, there's all kinds of things on there. But I don't add a lot of things to it. I do probably the only thing I have that's not directly associated with American Dream Trading as far as indicators I have would push the session highs. There's a New York, there's a London. It'll have the Tokyo and all that on down here. And some of the highs and lows, like of the day or the week, that'll show up on here. It's customizable. It's just an indicator that somebody wrote. Put that on there automatically. It's just an informational thing. Does it affect my trading? Well, yeah, it could be a point of resistance also. The New York highs here, if it breaks that, or if it comes down to the London high, may stop there, maybe, right? But just kind of, I like to see stuff. But if you put too many indicators on there, then it gets all just too much information to try to interpret. Try to keep your charts as simple as possible. But when it comes right down to it, it's your chart. You put on your chart what you want on your chart. But I can assure you, the minimum amount of things that you put on a chart, the better off you'll be. Because why? You'll suffer from analysis paralysis. You'll have, I can throw the Fibonacci retracement on here, which I never ever use. I can put that on there. I can put the MACD. I can put the inverted thing over to the flying moon indicator. You can put thousands of things on there. Well, now you're trying to interpret too many things. So keep it simple. Stupid principle really works when you're trading. Put on there what you like and leave it there, right? There's no reason to muck up your chart with all these different indicators because all it's going to do is create indecision on your part because now I got to interpret 5 more different things that I normally wouldn't have if I hadn't put it on my chart. So find what works for you, put it on there. Now what you see on our screen here, my screen, is this comes with your paid membership. This is a script and a logarithm that only works with TradingView because they have what they call a Pine script that you can put in there. So based on Coach's 33 years of experience in the markets, this is what he likes to see and what he uses. Now, does he use every one of these? No. But this is basically what this is. And you put these same lines on your chart yourself, the 9 EMA, the 21 EMA, the 55. This is the 200 MA, right? moving average, and there's VWAP. That's all you really need. Now, the other thing that I don't have on this chart, because I've traded the Australian dollar once or twice, but I'm not an active trader. So you can see I don't have any lines. So what I want to do is to be able to help me trade, I want to draw some historical levels on here. Where was it bought and sold at historically, right? Because it's going to tend to respect them lines every time. So if I go out, you can do it however you want. Um, but it's important to know where these things historically trade. You can see it comes up and stops and rejects, comes up, stops and rejects. So by putting different lines on here, I can pop a line here. All right, that peaked up there. As you can see, it's approaching that area again. I mean, it's going to take a while to get there because it's currency. But now I got my line where I've seen it peak here, and I can scroll back. Do I have any other places where it keeps bouncing? Yeah, you can see right here, right? Come up, hit that area. Do I need to come up a little bit on my line? I don't know yet. Here's where it came down and bounced. See how it stopped on that line? So this line's not too bad. I would like to go back and see some more information before I decide that that's really a good line. So I'm going to scroll back some more and see if there's other places it hits historically. So I can see right now I need to tweak my line up because I seen that other one, it was up here a little bit, and this one here is down a little bit. So I'm going to tweak that up there just a little, make that a little bit tighter, right? Split the difference. And I'll scroll back. You want to see multiple touches on the lines, right? So here's some here it hit. Now this one here is a hair lower. Oh, I'll just kind of tweak it a little bit. That gives me in a range of where, it likes to hit at, right? Here's down here. See how it bounced here too. So that line's pretty good. So now I can go back over here and rinse and repeat the whole process over and over again. I personally start on a 4-hour chart, and I'll come in here. Now, problem with this, let me get rid of this indicator because it is mucking up my line. So I can come in here and just start doing the same thing. Here's a peak here. I can pop a line there. There's a peak down here, or it dropped down. There's a place down here, right? And you can do this over and over at the different time levels. 4 hours gives you a good view. Some people like starting with the monthly, and it's your chart, so you can do it however you want. Chart, day. Some people start with a day. I basically just do 4 hour and 2 minute, and then I add lines during the 1 minute. So now I have a few lines here, and now as I scroll back, I can see is these pretty good lines or not. Well, this line I drew here, you can see it's pretty close, right? And as you go back, you tweak it a little bit, right? You're trying to get a good range. Now, do I need to chart all the way down here? No. Why? Because it's not down. It's not trading down there. If anything, I might need to come down a little bit, which I have this line here. So I'm not too worried about this. What's the likelihood of this coming down today? Pretty slim, actually, right? If anything, it might come up. I mean, we're running out of the trading day, but this could come out here and break through this top up here, which would then be a double or triple top. So I might want to go up a little higher, pop some more places so that I have points of reference. These are the historical levels that it tends to come up to and stop or pause, right? So now I have some more information. So now I have more points that I can make decisions. I call them my points of decision. So as it approaches each one of these, I have to decide what I want to do. Do I want to stay in the trade, get out of the trade, right? This line here, I can move this down a hair. Let me double check. Somewhere in that area. Then I go down like a 2 minute, right? Do the same thing. However you want to do it, whatever time frames you want to use. All right, you can see how nice this ran up today. All right here's it's kind of a mini double top just with these two here as a level. I can go as far. You can put as many lines as you want on there, right? The thing is, you want to see multiple touches. You don't want to put a line on every candle. That doesn't tell you anything. It just means that's where the candle stopped. But I want to find that. And as I do this, now I'm going to go back again. I'm going to scroll back. Do these lines make sense? I'm going to put one here just for the heck of it, right? So now as I scroll back, now again, shorter time frame, it takes more scrolling to get back to see I'm looking at this level up here, right? So now I'm going to scroll back and see how does that line as I scroll back, right? It takes longer to do that, to find that level where it was trading there. See how much harder it is scrolling back. That's why I take the long view out, right? You can see it a little bit better. So it hasn't been up here that much. I'm not going to keep scrolling right now. Oh, here we go. I just didn't wait long enough. There we go. Maybe it wasn't loading up. So now I can compare my lines that I drew on a 2-minute chart, right? There's lines there. How's that look? That one's a little rough. Maybe I'll tweak that up just a hair. Again, you could do all these. You could really scroll in and fine tune it. But the point is, it's not going to always stop at the line. It's not, you know, it may come close to it and pull back because people know this is a historical level. So a lot of times they'll sell off right before it gets to it. But that gives me something to go by on a chart. So, and I can go back here. Now I have something to go with. Right now I'm up, all that playing around, now I'm up $25, right? So I can get out of it. I can take my $25 or I can let it run, right? I can tighten up my stop. Maybe I want to lock that in. We can let it run, but I'm a scalper, so when I see profit that's pretty good for the size that I'm in, that's pretty good money for that short period. I'll take it. There's $25. Just lock that in. So now I'm looking for my next level. Where's it going to go after that? Well, I don't have a whole lot of, as you can see, currency doesn't shoot way up at any given time, right? It's these candles are smaller. They don't have a big, huge like these candles, in the indices. So if I'm looking at the Australian dollar, kind of boring, right? Kind of slow moving. Well, that's fine, but this is from where it's at now. If you'd have got in over here, and I click my little thingy. This is a measuring tool. It tells you how many ticks it is without having to do all the math in your head. If I'd have got in here at 9 o'clock this morning, that's, we'll just say it's 70 ticks. We'll just round it off, right? Because nobody ever gets in. The Australian dollar pays, where's that? Pays $5 for every tick. So we'll just say it's 70 times 5, right? It's $350 for one contract. So imagine if you had the 5 contracts. If I'd have made one purchase down here, I would have made $1,700 just letting that sucker run all day. That's pretty good money for clicking a mouse, ain't it? Right. So again, you have to decide when to get in and when to get out. And this is Coach's 2.0 indicator. Version 3 will be released here one of these days with some more improvements on it. But what I use this for is decide when to get in. So if I did this if I was doing an EWO strategy, it would have been right here. I've explained EWO before, and I could have got in there and just let it go, right, until it tells me to get out of the trade. Nowhere on here does it say buy. Nowhere on here does it say sell. We have to make that decision on our own because based on our training, education, and experience, right? So with my right there's the next bar is larger than the first. I would have entered right around in here and let her go. Look at that thing of beauty. Easy money, right? Now I got to decide when to get out. Now because I scalped that, this is a different trading strategy. This is the Coach's 2-minute EW strategy using this Elliott wave oscillator. Okay, it's one that he developed and it works great. It helps you if you have patience. You can sit in that until it tells you to get out. Even though there's an ebb and a flow, as you can see here, right? See all these candles, they'll go up, they'll pull back, they'll go up. You're losing money when it pulls back, right? So you could either shed if you're holding on to multiple contracts, or you just trust your indicators. In this case here, there was never one time does it say to get out of this trade, even though there were pullbacks, okay, where you'd have lost profits, right? You got in clear down here, so what do you care if it pulls back a little bit, right? Now, a scalper would have every time it peaked, would have took the money and pulled back. You could ride that up and down. You could long it, short it if you wanted to. But the more common sense and a less costly method would have been to play the EWO and let it go. Right? Still doesn't say get out of this trade. Still in an upward trend. There's a regression channel that's part of this indicator. And there's no reason to get out. It's still staying above the 9, still staying above the 21. We'll let this run the rest of the day if we want it, right? That's a lot of money there. So that's how we decide. I can look at any chart and within seconds decide because of the indicators that we have here. That's part of your paid membership. You get this here. Now of course, you got to pay for TradingView on your own. That doesn't come. That's not part of American Dream Trading. And I can click over here. Let's look at the yes. Do I want to get in this trade right now? Pull this down. I'm going to wait a few seconds because right now it's breaking below the 9. So just on that one criteria alone, and it's on an uptrend. It is at the bottom of this regression channel. So in a matter of seconds, I decided, no, I don't. It's not. If I'd have got in down here, like with the EWO strategy, there'd be no reason to worry about this yet. Hasn't even broke below the 21. So, all the profit, I'd be all profit from basically right here all the way up to there. So I'm not worried about that. But as a scalper, if I'm jumping in right now, well, I'm using a different set of criteria. So I want to see the break and hold above the 9. And because I'm just now showing up, I actually want to see a break and hold above its previous high, which is right here on this candle. So I really would wait for this candle to come up here. And if, you can see this little faint line here. But the top of this candle, I want to see it go break above and then another candle form to the upside, showing that it wants to continue that way. So right now, this has been a good trade, but not for me yet because I just now showed up to the party, right? So I want to wait. I already know what my criteria is, right? Same way here. All right, now I'm breaking up here. Now I'm getting up at this double top, which is right here, this New York high. I'm going to wait. If I was to enter this trade, I want to see a break and hold above that before I get back into gold. Gold's already pushing higher. Now, gold has less volume in trading, so I tend not to trade gold this time of the day just because the volume's lower. Doesn't mean it can't move. There's my break. Well, try to, right? Here's my, let me draw a line because that line's going to adjust automatically. There's my double top. This line here, I'll make it yellow. I'll make it hot pink. That way, there we go. How's that? So this pink line is a double top. It broke. There was a candle to confirm, but it hasn't really done that yet. So I want to wait a little bit and see what's going to happen here. It's kind of rejecting off. I can enter this. Could I enter this trade now? Yeah, I can enter anytime I want. But I want to see this candle more to the upside before I would jump in there. It broke above the double top, but it hasn't had to break and hold. That's my confirmation candle there. So if that candle decides to form, which it's not giving me a lot of confidence that I can just jump in this trade right now. I could risk it, right? But why do I want to risk it? I want to wait for my criteria to take effect before I jump into this trade. So I'm going to sit here and wait. Sometimes you have to be patient, right? But I already made an instant decision, right? You see how I did that? And that's because I received trading. I'll see if I'd have jumped in there, where would it at? I'd be in a losing trade right now. So you have to try to stay the course and stick with what you believe in and the way that you trade, the way that you're taught, the way that you've been educated with experience, right? Again, I don't like trading metals this time of the day anyway. It's not that you can't make money. But until I see this go up above here, nah, I'm going to wait. So again, time is money. Am I going to sit here and wait? I could, right? Well, I looked over here at the ES. I was waiting for that to break too, or whatever it was I was looking at, Canadian or the Australian. So there's that. I want to see that. It's not doing anything. The gold. See, it's kind of, so if I'd have jumped in that, if I would have not listened and obeyed my own criteria on the break and hold above the 9, I would be in a losing trade or break even at best. I would actually be in a losing trade. Now, do I stick to my trading criteria all the time? No. I jump in, I still do dumb things, and I don't wait, right? So, and when you,
Mark,
yes, sir.
NQ was a good setup right now.
I have that one on my chart. All right, let me get rid of the Australian dollar. That's too small, too slow. There you go. There's another one that wants a breakthrough, right? Instantly, I can decide there's a level right there that I already have on my chart. It is on an upward trend, but that's probably a double top. That's why that line, if I scroll back far enough, I'll be able to see where that hit previously, right? Oh, right there it was. See that right up here. It came up here and tried to touch that and it rejected. This one came down and touched it and rejected back up, and then it finally broke through. So that's a pretty decent level. Again, am I going to enter this trade? No. Why? I'm going to wait and see for a break and hold. It's not that I won't. I want to see a break and hold above this previously marked level that I have on my chart. So I can get ready for a trade, right? I'll just say I want to go with 3 of those, right? I want to see a break and hold. There's my break. There's no confirmation candle above that that's showing me it's going to go that way. It's not saying it won't, but until I see there's my candle that broke above this level, I want to see another candle form up above it. So I'm going to wait one more candle. Yes, I'm giving up profit. A pure scalper, I could have got in there and traded one candle and been out already, made some money, but I want to wait for confirmation. Why? Only because I'm late for the dance, right? I didn't get here when I could have down over here. And this has been my real good entry down here, right? Why? Because it broke above the 9 and held here way over here. This is where you should have got in. So I'm waiting here. I'm still waiting for that next candle to form. And I am on a 2-minute. Let me back off, change that to a 1-minute because I'm a scalper. I like to trade on a 1-minute. Well, see, now I have it on 1-minute if I'd have been on that to start with, right? But I wasn't, which now it's pulling back a little bit. We'll see what
It's
this.
just a retest. Don't even worry about it.
Yep, I'm not. But I want to see it start to get a little bit of green. Just even if it does, it probably just come back and retest that level, right? I'm waiting to see, make sure that it's going to go, right? The volume's kind of low. You can see it's not really moving all that much, right? Volume's low right at this moment, right? So could I jump in there like that? Yeah, I could, but that's asking for trouble. I'm up 34. I'm up $45. I'm up 15, right? I'm gonna let this breathe a little bit. We'll see what happens. Worst case scenario, I get out of the trade. I'm up 200. Now I'm up on 80, up 195, 165. Just that quick. I'm going to let this candle breathe, see what this candle wants to do. If it'll stair step up, maybe I'll gain some more. All right. I got to move the stop up for one thing. I'm really far away. I'm down $90. Just why I was goofing around there. Now it's pulling back, right? I'm going to keep my stop just a hair below that in case it happens to dramatically pull down. All right, so it's kind of indecisive here. So I'm just going to take profit if this candle don't start moving up. It's breathing back a little bit. It's okay. You have to be patient, not freak out right away. See how much profit's going up and down over there? 165 down now. Now I'm down 150. Now I'm down 130. Now I'm down 200. Now see how that moves around. I'll give it a second here and see what's going to happen. It's still above this line here, which is my 9, which is my get out of jail. If it crosses that, I'm definitely out of it. But I entered this trade here. I got to give it some room to breathe because, again, I'm late to the party. Instead of taking that profit when I first saw it, like I should have, like I would have in real life with my real money. So it's still respecting that 9. I'm not going to freak out yet, but I'll guarantee you one thing I'm going to do because I've had 3. This is the 3rd red candle in a row. If I see green here at all, I'm getting out. I'm not going to hang around this party all day long. All right. So I got my finger on the mouse. It's trying to push up. I don't have my L2 up over here for that either. Oh, I do. Nope, that ain't it. I didn't click on the. There we go. It's 45. See that? I was goofing around there. There, I'll take that $45. This here is because this was flipping around here. So I just locked into profit. I got out of that trade, made a few dollars. No big deal, right? Gold is just sitting there. It didn't break above that line, did it? What about copper? Copper had a beautiful run today. Too bad I didn't ride that all day. These are thousands of dollars just straight up to here. And actually, it's at the current year's high right now. Is that right? Current year's high, not the 52 week. 52 week is 519. But this is the highest it's been all this calendar year right here, right now. So that's an important level. Even though I don't have a line there, this indicator showed me that I didn't know that. That's kind of a cool thing about that. So I know that is a critical level, right? It's the highest it's been all year. If I know that, don't you think other traders know that? Right? So that's an important level. They're going to respect that for a while anyway, as you can see. It came up to that current year high. And now what is it doing? It's trying to decide whether they want to push it up onward and higher, right? Pretty cool, huh? See how that's resisting? Even though I didn't have a line there, all the other people do that that's an important critical level. Doesn't mean it can't blow right through it, but I won't enter this trade now because I know that's there. I want to wait, same thing, break and hold above it. Could I jump in it now? I could, but if I don't have that break and hold, who's to say that this is all the higher it's going to go because it's at a 2025 high, right? High of the year, current year. So knowing these things can help you avoid getting your face ripped off a little more often, less often, right? You're still going to lose money from here to there. I had red trades today. Last night I was trading and I was forcing my trades in low volume. And that's a recipe for disaster. I was actually down over $400 last night, right? And battled my way back and ended up in a very positive territory today when I was trading my real money. Last night I was hosting our Zoom call in the evening for a future trade. I was using paper money, but I still lost $400, and that kind of ticked me off. It was a defeat, and so I made that back plus more. So there's copper, right? Is it going to break and hold above that original line? Yeah, right now it's at another new high, right? But you can see it's topped out here. So I want to see a break above this and a hold, one more candle, so it shows that it wants to go up. Now, actually, it's in this channel is actually it's in the middle of the channel. You should never diddle in the middle. It's the same coach we use. So if I do so, I'll do so at my own risk. So there you go. While we're looking at that, here, let me enter this trade without waiting for the confirmation candle. This is why you don't do this, because now, I could be out some serious money. Because if this pulls back now, okay, there's my stop. You always trade with a stop. I'm going to keep it just a hair below the 21 just in case it pulls back a little bit. You got to give it room to breathe. You can't just put your stop up where you got in because the way candles move. Why am I on a 2-minute chart, Ralph? Got it. Supposed to be on a 1 minute. Come on, Mark. What's the matter with you? Like I just first day on the job here. Well, the reason is because I had those charts up earlier, sharing them. So, well, now my criteria changed a little bit, but it's all right. I'm already in the trade. Ain't much I can do about it. But as a scalper, I like to be on a 1 minute chart, not a 2. It's not that you can't scalp on a 2. I do it all the time by accident. So I know it can be done. So, let me take a minute here. Go to let's see, TikTok. We got up TikTok. We got DJ Viddy and Waffle and Joshua and these are just people that comment. Miranda. Oh, there's Miranda, one of our mods here that works behind the scenes to keep this corporation working. Wall Street. And yes, Apple did pretty good today. A lot of market did very well today in spite of the poor retail numbers. Market took off for whatever reason. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to type them into your chat box. Let's go over here, take a look. TikTok, Chicken Nugget. Hey, how's it going over there? Doug's over there. X the Trader. Eminem. Hey, Eminem. She's one of my favorites over there. Unhappily Housewife. What? Have you lost your mind? 1 hour, we're giving away a Diamond Lifetime membership for $8,000. It's a $50,000 product. Well, it's $20,000, but it's a $50,000 value. It was on sale for $10 for 1 hour. That's right now. That's a lifetime. That's everything that American Dream Trading, all of our memberships, and they're all lifetime memberships. So you can go to any one of those at any time you want. You want to trade crypto? Go over to the crypto room. If you want to trade futures, come over to the futures room. You want to trade stocks? Go over there. If you want to trade stock options, go over there. Right? That's anything we've ever created. Lifetime memberships on all of those. Never ever pay again. It's one time. Also, it's good for anything we ever will create in the future. And there are new products coming out, so you will have no additional charges for that. That's a crazy deal, if you ask me. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Right? Wow. That is something. So I'd be going over there to AmericanDreamTrading.com and grabbing that Diamond Lifetime membership, 8,000. And I believe, wasn't there only 2 of those? There's 2 more, I think, that they opened up. So one-time pay. Matter of fact, I think if you bought when they're offered, they're not always offered, a VIP membership and a VIP gold memberships over that cost just for those 2. That's if I didn't already have access to everything, I'd buy that. That's one heck of a membership there. Wow. Glad I saw that. Let's see. We see Nader over there. You just joined. Did I trade today? Yes, I did. I traded this morning. Now, I'm not trading for real. This is my paper trading account. I never trade real money while I'm talking to you people or training. We had a 2-hour training session before we went live with you with our paid member. and I don't use my real account there also. It's not that I can't trade off to the side, but when I'm sharing my screen, I don't get into active trades when I'm talking because yeah, you need to have laser focus and really keep your eye on the ball. See, I've been talking and I'm down $187 on copper right now. Why? Because I didn't wait on the break and hold. This is kind of what my motive was to show you what happens when you don't wait on the correct trading criteria. See, I was waiting on the candle. It broke, but I was waiting on that candle to form up here for the hold. And I didn't do that. And look what happens. Pulled back temporarily. Still not in a bad position. It's still sitting here between the 9 and the 21. As long as it stays up there, that's okay. But in case it don't, I'm moving my stop up right there above it. In case it does pull back, I'll be limited on my loss on this trade. Always trade with a stop. But I'm not even looking at it anyway. It's not real money, but you should trade it as such. Yes, I traded today. I traded gold. I traded the ES S&P 500, and I traded copper. I think that was the three main I traded today: gold, copper, and the S&P 500. Now I didn't trade so much this morning. Coach was having internet issues. He was out in the Cybertruck, and for those of you who were there this morning, we lost our feed a couple times, and he just decided to pack it in. He was out in the Cybertruck. So, and then he got back to the home office. Broadcasting there, he was on maybe a couple minutes, and this whole system crashed. It was one of them days for him. So he's like, "That's it. That's a sign. I'm not doing it anymore." So he packed it up for the day. He'll be back tomorrow. So I took over for a little bit and for whatever. That's why a lot of my charts are on 2 minutes. Callie's over there. Hey, Callie. Good to see you. One of our paid members coming over here checking out the futures. Mazda Mitch is back as usual. Yes, our ADT coaches indicators found in the library. Nope, that comes with a paid membership. You have to have a paid membership to get that. They're not publicly posted on the TradingView library. They may, well, I mean, they obviously would have to be there, but they would be locked. You wouldn't have access to them anyway. All right. So yeah, Moz and Mitch, once you get up there, I know you're a longtime free member. Once you get there, those are opened up to you as a paid member in the VIP Gold, crypto, and futures membership levels. It is not available in the premium, the base membership. Oh, never mind. Doug already answered that question. All right. Well, then you heard it twice. Nader asks, is scalping better than long-term trading these days? It depends. If you suck scalping, no, it's worse. Scalping is the hardest thing you can do. I am a scalper. I enjoy it. Getting in and out, getting that like crack out of getting that hit, the crack, right? Get that money in your pocket right away. Also go against you right away. The more times you click that button, the more times you're putting your account at risk, right? So takes a lot more skill, takes a lot more experience. If you can get a good, because entry is the key to profits, right? So yes, I jumped in this one over here now, but if I'd have played Coach's 2-minute EWO strategy, if I did that, which is what I did every single trade for my first year, that's why I believe in it so much, even though I don't currently employ that strategy. I could have got in over here whenever this EWO took off, which was back here at 9:30 this morning, 9:36-ish. So you would have entered over here somewhere, right? I could have let that go. And when it had its gyrations up and down, but other than this little bit right here, again, I'm on a 2-minute chart or 1-minute chart. Need to be on a 2-minute. Let me switch that back. So that would have been back over here. So this would have been at the basically market open, right? Could have rode that puppy all the way up all day long, right? Now, as a scalper, let's just say I decided to stay in one thing all day, which I don't. I'm jumping around all over the place. I could have scalped this up and down. It would have been a little very chaotic. You see how many different ups and downs there are. But however, if I'd have had a good entry, because entry is key to profits, right? Jumping in up here right now, trying to eke out a few bucks after it's been going up all day, that isn't the way to trade. Now, as a scalper, I can do that, right? I'm just letting that sit there, by the way. But the smarter play would have been to get in at the best opportune time of the day, right? In this case, it was back here at the beginning of the New York session. I could have got in there. My entry would be here. So basically, everything from, let me just pop a quick line there, between this line right here and up is all profit. If I get in a good entry, once it gets up and away from me, I don't care about these little gyrations up and down, right? Yeah, it's taken away, there was max profit at this point right there, but then it pulled back, right? And then it continued to run. Now it's even higher profit. Now it's even higher, 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 higher as it steps up. So by using Coach's 2-minute EWO strategy, I could have got in at the good entry when it told me to, and I would literally still be in this trade all day long. One click of a mouse. No reason to get out of this trade. Well, I don't know if I could sit there that long. Well, that's why I'm not in it, because I've kind of gotten to be a scalper over time once I learned how to do it. But that doesn't make it better. There's one thing is not better than ever. But if you're going to be a scalper, then scalp. But if you're going to buy and hold it till it tells you not to, right? What's copper pay? Copper pays. I don't know why I'm brain dead here. Let me look. Copper pays $5, right? Oh, $12.50. All right, so this is copper, $12.50, 100 and whatever that says, 127 ticks. That's almost $1,600 there, folks. One trade, $1,600. If I get out of this trade right now, that would be if I got in down here, of course. To up to here right now, that's $1,600. Guess how much the net cost of this trade is? $6, roughly, basically. That's the transaction fee of getting in and getting out. You get charged when you buy it, you get charged when you sell it. So, but basically, $6, a little over $6, I would be up $1,600. One contract. Imagine if I'd have bought 5 of them. What do you think about that? Now, does it always climb like this every day? Of course not. But those days like that, you make a lot of money. I could make a lot of money scalping that all the way up all day. But look how much work that would have been. I'd got in here, sold out when it pulled back. When it's pulled back, I made money on the downside, then I'd have to get back, sell it when it starts to go back. So it'd be all this up and down, in and out, in and out, in and out. A scalper could have had 20 trades in there, right? So what you think is easier, employing Coach's 2-minute EWO strategy, or jumping in and out willy-nilly for 20 or 30 trades over that same time period? Me clicking the mouse one time has got to be the easiest way to do it, right? Again, you still have to decide when to get out of the trade, right? You have all kinds of points of decisions, but at no time, because I'm employing Coach's indicators, I know just by looking at this, there was absolutely zero reason to get out of this trade since 9:30 this morning, up to this very minute. Now, see what happened? I tried to jump in here after it's already up at the peak, right? See, I would have exited this trade already because it came up here and stopped. It doesn't show that it wants to go up, but it may peak right now. Metals slow down in the afternoon, so the volume drops off a little bit. But for $6, come on, 1,600, just by employing one of Coach's strategies. You never know when you enter one how long it's going to run. This could have went for 10 minutes and pulled back, right? You can get it like this one here, right? This time could have got in up here, right? So if I move this one over here, we could have entered to the downside. Here would have been the entry point, and I could have made money down to here. Now that's still, doesn't look as exciting as this one does, right? But could I have made money here, right? That's 20 ticks. What's 20 times 12, right? 20 times 1250, right? That's $250. Would you throw away $250? Somebody offered it to you? No. But you have to decide when to get out. And you learn, that's what we teach you how to do, when to get in, when to get out. We don't tell you when to get in and when to get out. You've never heard anybody in American Dream Trading say, buy copper now, sell copper now. We don't do that. Why is that? Well, number one, it's against the law because we're not licensed financial advisors. So neither me or anybody else associated with American Dream Trading, including Coach, are licensed financial advisors. And as such, we can never give you financial, tax, or investment advice. But we can educate you to make that own decision, your own decision, when to get in and when to get out. And the EWO tells you when to get in, but you still got to look at the big picture. You still got to take in the big world view of what else is going on in your chart. Where's your other indicators? Are they in the right spot for a good trade? Is it a weak trade? If it's a weaker looking trade, well, then you've got to really pay attention. So there's gold just sitting there. What the NASDAQ end up doing here?
Hey, Mark.
Yes, sir.
Were you looking at ES? I wasn't. I was answering questions.
No, I wasn't. I was just covering copper. But yeah, look at that nice study. Look at the NQ. It finally broke through too. Look at that. There's that level I was waiting on. There's the break. There's the hold. If I'd have got in, would I be in profit or not? Now it's up to here.
Do you realize how much heartburn I had all morning long dealing with that chop, and then it did this?
Yeah, look at that. Oh, look.
Good Lord.
If you'd entered Coach's EWO strategy, right here's your entry point, right? Look at that money. Straight up, straight to the moon.
This is the kind of candle patterns I was looking for, not the garbage behind it.
Right. Well, and that's part of being an experienced trader too, is knowing when not to trade, right? Last night, I knew I shouldn't have been doing what I was doing. I was forcing trades on low volume, right? And what did Ange do? Ange's like, I ain't trading this stuff, and it's crap. Now here I am trying to squeeze dollars out of it. Who came out further ahead tonight? Well, I can give you one guess. Ange, right? She didn't tell me. She didn't tell me any money that she made, but I guarantee you, we were both in the room at the same time, and she wasn't doing what I was doing. She had more sense, right? She used her experience and her wisdom, right? And
That's
education.
the hardest part.
It is, right?
Truly.
Yeah.
Like I want to get in so badly and want to be a part of the gang, right? Do all the things, get it done in the first 45 minutes. But this is why I wait. And this is why we are taught how we're taught is we can wait for these good setups. And when we wait, we reap the reward.
There you go. And you're talking 100.
Are you in NQ in this one right now, Ange?
Paper trade, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this one here is 100.
Beautiful.
Patience would have paid off at 1 o'clock, and that was why we were in our training session. 190 ticks times 1250. That's $2,375 since 1 o'clock. So less than 2 hours on a trade that the net cost is, what is the real cost? $6.40 or whatever it is, Doug? $6, say $6, right? $6.50. That's
yeah, $6.24.
There you go. That's the actual transaction fees you have to pay for trading one contract. So for $6.40, you would be up $2,375 right now. Does that not sound exciting?
202 ticks. Oh my goodness!
I just did 190, right? So 23, almost $2,400 for a $6 net cost, and you could still be in this trade. It still doesn't say to get out of this trade yet. Now I'd be getting very nervous at this time of the day because it's coming up on power hour. As a real trader, I don't trade during power hour, even though we're together every day during power hour. So I don't know what to tell you, folks. Follow Coach's training education. Look at learn how to use his indicators, play the 2-minute EWO strategy. Where's Timo? Timo, how many more EWOs I got to show you today, buddy? He's a scalper too. And I'm the same way. I know intellectually, and I know by experience. I did EWOs for a year. I talk about it like I believe in them, and I do, but I don't. That's not me today. Well, maybe Mark should quit being a scalper and go back to trading these, right? And there's no reason you can't employ both strategies as the time applies. But how much less stressful? All I got to do is, Coach proved to us one time, and I know there's a video on it, and it's probably on our YouTube channel somewhere. But you can actually take Coach's 2-minute EWO strategy and enter the trade that way without looking at anything else.
Yes, you can.
You can do it. And would I be a nervous wreck doing it that way? Yeah.
Mm.
Stay in this until it tells you to get out. Did this turn red anywhere? Nope. These peaks and valleys is volume and increases, right? So
Mark, what are the key indicators that we use on the 2-minute EWO to make sure that we don't get out of it too soon?
same ones, the 9 to 21 to 55 VWAP and the 200 MA, right? Those are all
Yeah.
decision points, right? Again, now you would have entered this one right here. So for everything, see this where it says New York Open. So right here where my cursor's at, my little pointy finger thing, from there up is all profit. So what do I care if this thing goes up and down a little bit, right? You have to set your criteria for getting out. Mine would be the break and hold below the, below the 21 or even the 55. But I could even go further. I could let it, if I had multiple contracts, I could shed if it does pull back and let the runners run and see if they don't. And if they don't, shed some more. And if it doesn't change, I could shed some more, right? You can do that all day long. But this, even just with one contract, it's insane. Again, this is not an everyday, every minute occurrence, but EWOs happen all day. As you could see earlier in the day, you had a lot of up and downs. These EWOs didn't last. It was in a chop, and that's what Doug was referring to as he got into it. You have this at times. You got into this channel and just didn't have the volume, but you still could have entered and got into this, right? Right here, right? So here's the EWO here. Let's just pick this one here, random, right? There's your entry point. So right, I got in right here to the downside, right? This would be a short. And then all I have to do is decide when I want to get out. Well, I'll tell you right now, right there's the 200. I would ride that from there down to the 200. Well, as you can see, it didn't get there, and then people sold off. So I could have got down here till I seen it, till a candle bounced and went the other way and exited the trade, right? And wait for the next one. I wouldn't jump back in, right? Because you got to wait. So then now red, now I want to get back in when it flips to green. So there's my entry point. Now I would have entered here. Unfortunately, this one died out, but technically, if you were quick enough, you could have made a couple dollars there. You wouldn't have been nothing to write home to mom about, but it works, right? You don't never know when one of these is going to do this, right? You never know. Every time you enter one of these, it could go, it could drop $5 million or it can go up $5 million. You don't know, right? But you got to trust the indicators and you use these based on other things on your chart. You put all that together. You have time to decide because the strategy says for coat, whenever it changes color, in other words, when it goes from red to green or green to red, you'll get your first bar. So now I need to start looking at it real quick in less than 10 seconds. And as a matter of fact, in less than a couple seconds, where's my indicators that I got to worry about? The 200, the VWAP, the 2155. So I got time to make a decision as it changes over. So there's where it changed over, and this would be my entry point, right? Now again, I wouldn't have took this one. Why? Because the entry would have told me to get in right there where this 200's jammed up, and then VWAP's right there. So I would have, based on my education, training, and experience, I would have not entered this one just because everything's all jammed up right there. Yes, it is a 2-minute EWO, but you don't just enter them blindly either, right? You still have to evaluate. Could I have made money in hindsight on this? Yeah. If I'd have got in, I could have wrote it down. I had no idea it was going to blow right through the 200, but statistically, it won't. It could either reject or it could sit there and pause on it. As you can see here, it just continued down in that case. But you don't know that at the time. But I'm still going to respect these lines. So I'm not going to enter that. I personally would not have entered this trade. Somebody with a more aggressive trading style probably would have, right? They'll run it down until it changes, until it goes against them, right? And you could have rode that down. And, it takes a lot of cojones to do that, especially when you have the two most powerful indicators, VWAP being the strongest and the 200. You'd really have to be on your A game to trade that. So anyhow, that's how you do that. I mean, so you don't ever know if this is going to be the $1 million trade or the $10 trade. You just don't know. In this case, there's a $2,400 trade for a net cost of $6.40. If I told you, if you give me $6.40, I'll give you 2,300. Would you take that deal? I would, any day. I don't care who you are. Again, Is it that easy? If it was that easy, wouldn't everybody be billionaires, right? We'd all be in the stock market doing this every day, day in and day out. Well, the reality is it doesn't do this every day, right? It's not that we can't make money every day. I make money every day. I haven't had a red day for whatever. I, I can't even remember. I'd have to go back. It's been a minimum of three months, probably like 4 months. I don't know. I'll just say 3 months. I really don't know, but I know it's been at least that long. I haven't had a red day yet. Now I've had lots of. I've had hundreds and hundreds of red trades. Every day I have red trades. I may have 2 good ones and 1 bad one. I may have 2 bad ones and then 4 good ones. It's just, again, if you make poor decisions, you're going to get it. And then there's those things you can't control. So, but it's a very rewarding thing to be a day trader or any type of investor in the market. People are like, I can't believe, how can you be in the stock market? That's gambling. I don't know. I don't see anything in here that looks like gambling unless you treat it that way, jumping in and out, and hoping it goes somewhere. But based on my training and education that I receive at AmericanDreamTrading.com, right? And then over time, I enjoy this. I love it. It's the best thing that's ever happened to me, right? Financially.
Hey, Mark,
Yes.
how much margin do you need to have to trade that one contract with ES?
You'd have to have $96 in your margin account, $96.36 with Webull. Every broker sets their own margin limit, but they have to pay out the same amount.
So for less than $100, you could rode that thing for the last 2 hours and made $2,400.
Yes, sir. That's all you have to have in your bank account. That's not what it costs you. As soon as you exit the trade, that margin is credited right back instantly to your margin account, and you get charged the $6 fee for trading it. So your net cost is whatever you just said it was, $6.40.
Mm-hmm. So 24 to 1 on your money.
In this case, right? We have seen them go higher, right? So you just have to be ready and getting the experience. Again, folks, this is not easy, right? Anytime you click the button, you're putting your bank account at risk, right? But what we try to do, and the difference between us and others here at AmericanDreamTrading.com is that we are an education and training company, right? We're not a call out group. We don't call out and say buy now and sell now. What does that do for you? It does absolutely nothing. You're listening to Mark McSee say buy and sell, right? Wouldn't you prefer to be able to make your own decisions and be educated and learn how to do this on your own? I say it probably every day. The goal here is to help you develop a skill that nobody can take away from you. If coach quits doing this, if he shuts AmericanDreamTrading.com down today, I will be able to still do this the rest of my life without coach. I don't need coach. I do need coach, but I don't, you know what I mean? I'm not dependent on coach now for the rest of my life. I could walk away from coach tomorrow and then say, I don't need you anymore, coach, right? And I could do what I'm doing right now and be successful at 100% confidence. That's how confident I am on my skill. Doesn't mean that I'm going to be a bazillionaire, right? It means I'm confident that I can successfully navigate this and know how to do it. Now, I don't want coach to go away. Why? Because I learned something new literally every day being a member of AmericanDreamTrading.com. And doing what I'm doing here right now, trading futures, that's just one tool in my tool belt. I could trade stocks. I could trade stock options. I could trade crypto. I don't have any intention of trading crypto, but I can if I want to, right? Coach, there's so much to learn. If you aren't learning something new every day, folks, you've wasted your whole day. And it doesn't necessarily have to be about trading. You understand what I'm saying? You should be learning something new every day. Every day I get out of bed and I come in here, I learn something new from Coach. I learn something new from other moderators. I learn something new from all the members that's in our group. They'll share experiences and I did this and look what happened, and I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't know that, right? Every single day. And it's just not from moderators and from Coach. It's from members, individual members. I've learned stuff from people that ain't been here 2 weeks. It's amazing, right? So, the wisest thing was Ben Franklin that said it. I'm misquoting old dead Ben, but he basically said that the best investment you can make in your life is to invest in education of yourself. Why? Because that's something people can't take away from you, right? No, coach himself can't take away the skill that coach himself taught me. I always have it. So for all of those you come in here every day and watch for free, that's great. We're glad to have you. We're glad to answer your questions. I'll answer the same questions over and over again. I love doing this, right? Could I be in here trading, making money instead of watching everybody else make money right now? Yeah, but I already made money. I made really good money this morning. Do I have FOMO? Yeah, since Doug said that was
Little
for
bit.
$6 would have got me 2,400. I could have added to my bank account. Yeah, I could shut this down right now and could have went in and traded, right? But that's not what I'm doing here. I'm rewarded. If you want to learn something, they say teach it, right? Because then you got to figure out how to say it. You got to learn about it even more, right? To be able to try to attempt to convey what you're talking about, sound like you know what you're talking about. So it's actually helped me as a trader also. Being a moderator has helped me as a trader. It really has. Because now I have to be careful with how I think and what I'm thinking about and how I say it, right? Because now I have to reaffirm in my own mind, do I really believe what I'm saying? And I do. I believe in everything I'm saying. I just love futures, and this is where I'm at right now. And I like doing this, hanging out with other traders and talking traders. I love answering your questions, right? And that's what we're here for. And it pays off in the end because now every once in a while, you guys will stop me and ask a question, right? That's related to something futures. And I may not know the answer, but how many times, if I don't know the answer, Doug might know it, or Ange might know it, or Timo might know it, or Ralph, right? There's always somebody that we can refer to, right? So learn every day. Hopefully, you come in here and you're learning something new every day for free. Hopefully, you show up every day. It's like anything else. Showing up's half the game, right? So one of the things when you get tired of this free, and we're only showing you the tip of the iceberg of what's available at AmericanDreamTrading.com. You need to go over to AmericanDreamTrading.com right now. The first thing you need to do is grab our free Discord. And when you do that, that gets you instant access into our stock lounge where you can have discussions with other traders. You can talk about trades. You can ask questions, interact with everybody. There's a free educational section there. You can watch training videos and read training documents. There's a discount thing there. You can go if you want $2,000, I think it is, off of a Tesla. That's available to you for free. There's a link or whatever in there. There's all kinds of stuff in there. A lot of free things. Now, when you become a paid member, that opens another door to you, and you have more access to more things within our Discord. But speaking of that, let me let Coach tell you a little bit more about AmericanDreamTrading.com. This is about 5 minutes. Let me remind our paid members in our Zoom lounge, you will not hear this or see it. So just keep your mics muted for about the next 5 minutes. I'll let you know when we're done playing it. So here's Coach himself telling you a little bit more about AmericanDreamTrading.com.
So if you guys are interested in joining us, head on over to AmericanDreamTrading.com. You guys can sign up for a free Discord or one of our paid membership. Our first paid membership that we have is our regular premium membership. With that, you guys will get access to our Zoom. Inside of our Zoom, you will have a live open microphone. You will get live training and trading starting at around 8:45 until market close every day at 4 p.m. when the market is open. You guys will also receive the hot stock pick, the pre-market setup where we go over strategic levels of certain key different stocks throughout the day you can use, and also at the opening of the bell. As a regular paid member, you will also get the IPO Center, so any new and exciting IPOs that come out, you will get them first, plus all the videos on demand. We have around 11 videos to help you get started on your journey with us here at American Dream Trading. They'll go over things like day trading, swing trading, covered calls, cash secured puts, the wheel option strategy, our 2-minute EWO strategy that I have designed and developed from being in the stock market over 33 years. When you're ready to step it up, you can join our VIP membership. By the way, the premium membership starts at $200 a month. The VIP membership starts at $500 a month. With the VIP membership, you guys will get access to early training and trading starting at 4 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's 12 hours of access to us with some of our self-made millionaires, mentors. And then you'll get training with me starting around 8 o'clock every single day. You guys will get the VIP lounge, all the workshop classes. We put on a workshop class once per month. You will get all of the previous workshop classes and any future workshop classes as long as you're a paid member. You'll also get all the VIP training videos. We have over 50 beginner and advanced videos to help your journey. We also have the TradingView indicators. These are an overlay indicator system that goes on top of TradingView. It will require a subscription, which is about $15 a month. This is my 2-minute EWO strategy. You guys can use this with stock, options, futures, and crypto. If you're a VIP member and you want to step it up to our highest level that we have right now, which is VIP Gold, you can do that for an additional $250 a month. Now, with all of our services, you can buy monthly, quarterly, semi-quarterly, or annual, and sometimes we have lifetime deals on these, so make sure you guys are watching for deals. With the VIP Gold, you guys are going to get all the mastermind classes for free, and we have another one coming up. I will let you know when that is coming. You'll also get 1 hour of tech support where we can remote in and look at your systems and help you get set up with your charts, etc. This is not a one-on-one, but this is to help you get started if you need it. We also have weekend training every Saturday at 11 a.m. If you guys have busy lives and schedules and your jobs, right, are always in the way of you trying to get training, well, we have weekend training. We also have the VIP Gold Lounge access, the VIP Gold Priority Help Desk support. We have our news service where we're giving daily and weekly outlooks of the news. We also have breakout rooms every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. with our other self-made millionaires and mentors, so make sure you guys check that out. Everything inside of the VIP room is recorded, so all of these sessions are recorded for you, including all the training that I had mentioned before. You can catch all of this in the replays only for VIP Gold members, so if you have busy lives, everything is recorded for you. Of course, we have other things inside of the VIP Gold, like the 90-day challenge, the debt-free challenge where we're helping you to become debt-free, and our brand new in beta live Apple chat where you guys can watch one of our moderators, David over there, live trade Apple with the 2-minute EWO strategy that I have designed and developed. He has made currently at this time as of December 2024, he is over $320,000 in profits that he has made using this strategy over the last 2 years. We also have our brand new futures membership. You guys will start getting training for futures from noon to 4 p.m. every day, and all the training videos, terminology, everything you need to get started in futures with our futures membership. With the futures membership, you guys also get the TradingView indicators. So those are only available to VIP and futures members. Some of our a la carte services you guys can get, you can get a one-on-one with a moderator. We have all of our training videos like the mastermind classes, how to grow a small account part 1 and 2 when it's released, but you guys can buy those from our website. You guys can also get inside of our mentorship program. Our mentorship program is $500 a month. You will sit with me every Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern for an hour in a small, intimate group where we can go over larger items or just get you kickstarted, right? Can be IRAs, 401ks, SEP, anything you guys want to talk about, swing trading, day trading, right? Anything that you guys want to get inside of that room. It's just like having a one-on-one with me every single week. And again, those are all of our products and services you guys can get at any time by going to AmericanDreamTrading.com.
There you go. That's an overview of AmericanDreamTrading.com. Get over there and grab our free membership in our Discord. Free Discord, not free membership. Grab our free Discord. Get started over the day. You get in there, start interacting with others. Free service we provide for you. You can leave at any time you want. Free, totally free. It was free 4 years ago. It was free 3 years ago. It was free 2 years ago. It was free last year. And it's free this year. And it'll be free next year. It'll be free forever. Catch the drift? There you go. So, anyhow, head on over there. So, let's take a look around and see what's on there. Questions. I see Muslim Mitch and over there talking. There you go with
Hey,
Doug.
Mark,
Yes, sir.
we've got a bit of a discussion. I know we've already covered it once, but
Mhm.
there's still a little bit of confusion about fees versus margin, overnight,
Mhm.
intraday, and so on and
Mhm.
so forth. So, do you want to pop into your quotes widget and show them what
Mhm.
that looks like?
Mhm. Well, this here would be a widget, one of them. This is a Weebles.
And then the trade widget, so they can see the
Yeah,
fee.
yeah. So I'm on my paper trading account right now. So what you have, there's two main margins you need to have in your account that you need to worry about. If I was trading the Qs, the NQ, the NASDAQ 100, to buy I have to have X amount of dollars sitting in my bank account on hold, basically, that they charge against you. Okay. It doesn't matter what the price is of the contract you want to buy. So in this case, NQ is 19, almost 20,000, right? Instead of 19, high 19,000, pushing 20,000, right? You don't have to spend $20,000 to buy one. It's not a share. You're buying contracts. You're buying a leveraged product. It's like 20-to-1 average, right? So for me to buy one futures contract, I have to have sitting in my margin account $1,221. Okay. That's for me to trade it with Webull between 9 and 4:15 every day. All right. So every time I buy one contract, they debit my margin account. In other words, they tie that money up to buy one contract. Okay. Now, the second that I exit that trade, that $1,221 is put back into my margin account, right? In other words, it's tradable. It's not like it's not like going to your local bank. You got to take the money out and then making it, it's an automatic thing. Okay. So I can only trade what's in my account. So if I have $1,100 in my account, I cannot buy one contract of NQ. Okay. So I have to have this amount, whatever the margin is, that's how much you have in your account to purchase one contract. Okay. Now there is a cost, a real cost associated with it. I'll have to open up this other thing here. Bring this over.
I'd offered to take the screen, but you're in a different platform now.
Yeah, that's all right. I just need to switch this over here real quick. Find the screen that I want. I guess this one will do. All right, so I gotta find one that's got the classic. Well, I have to slide it over here anyway. Well, I guess I can do it this way. Let me pull up a live one here real quick, and I'll just detach the widget and slide it over. That would be doing it. Widget trade, classic trade. There we go. All right, so there's this other widget. It's built within Webull. You can put it on there. Your broker will have something similar. All right. So if I want to have this as NQ, trade that. Q main. Yeah. So there's a NASDAQ. So this is what they call a classic trade widget. I'll throw all this here. Hang on. All right. Now I've unlocked my real account because you have to have your account unlocked to look at it. So I have to have $1,221 in my bank account, my margin account, to temporarily purchase one futures contract in the NQs. Now, there is a real cost associated. I've already told you, once I exit this trade, that $1,221 goes right back into my account. Okay. So that second you do it, that they debit it out of your account to hold against that contract, because you're buying, even though it's $20,000, they're letting you buy the opportunity to trade that for $1,200. Okay. So you can see it's a leveraged product, right? You're getting to buy the full thing for pennies on the dollar. Okay. But yet you get to reap the full reward. okay, for pennies on the dollar. So now, I enter this trade. They debit my account that 1,221 that I got. If you got $5,000 in your account, they're still only taking 1,221, right? Or temporarily holding that. So I exit the trade. That $1,221 goes right back into my margin account. Now there is a real cost associated with buying one track. That's called the transaction fees. Now this says estimated. So for me to buy this, to enter the trade, it's $2.24 each way. So when I buy it, I get charged $2.24. When I exit it, I get charged $2.24 to exit. So the easiest thing to do is click your stop loss button. So it's $4.48 total transaction fee is all the true cost of me to make. How much did you make on that trade, Doug? If you got in that earlier, we used that example of what was that, ES whatever one we was looking at, right?
Yeah, it was ES, and
It
it
was
was 2,400 bucks.
yeah, $2,400. I said something like six, didn't I? This is for $4.48. I don't know if it's different than ES or not, but anyway, my 1221 that I originally got debited from my account is back in there. The only thing I'm paying out at the end is $4.48 transaction fee. And you don't see that. You don't get a bill for that. That's built into the trade, right? So they took that $4.48 off my profit that I made. So if I made, if I enter in one and I make, only make $10 on a trade, they're going to take $4.48 of that every time. You're going to pay that fee whether you make money or whether you lose money. So if you lose money on a trade, not only did you lose money, but you're also going to still pay that $4.48. It's a fixed cost kind of thing, right? So no matter what, you're paying that. If I'm up $3.50 on a trade, and I decide to get out of it, guess what? I'm still getting charged that $4.48, and that'll be a losing trade, right? Because I only made $3.50, and they're going to take $4.50 out of my trade, so that would be a losing trade. So you got to make that $4.48 to get ahead. So the first $4, if you want to think of it that way, the first $4.48 is to pay the fees. Anything basically $4.50 and above is pure profit, right? So you have to let it move because you're going to pay that fee regardless. So basically, you just figure, okay, first $5, I got to make at least $5 on this trade to come out ahead, right? So, and that's really the true cost of trading this. Now, again, there's risk involved. You could lose money, right? And you're still going to pay the $4.48. You can lose $1,000 on a trade. This as easily as you can make $1,000. But irregardless, you're always going to pay the transaction fees charged by your broker. You're always going to pay this fixed margin. It's not really paying. Your margin is always the same. For me to buy this one futures contract is always going to be 1221 with Webull. Other brokers may only charge you 1,000 or 500 or whatever, right? That's set by your broker. Now, all brokers have to pay out the same amount of profit. It's a fixed pricing. It's contractual. So Webull is going to pay you that $12.50 or whatever. Is that what the NQ is? It's $12.50, isn't it? No, actually, it's $5. Webull's going to pay you $5 for every point it goes up. So is Fidelity. So is Vanguard. So is E-Trade. They all got to pay that same payout per tick because that's a contractual thing. Now, the margin and the transaction fees, there is minimum transaction fees. If the broker wants to charge extra, that's up to them. But there's a minimum amount that has to go to the SEC and has to go to CME. And, those governmental fees are fixed. They have to pay that. So there's no free trade. Somebody's paying for it. So that's all really the true. I mean, I know it sounds hard to believe, but as long as you have that money in your margin account and you make more than what's a transaction, you got to make, in this case, your real true costs out of your pocket, right? If I make $100, they're going to take that $4.48 out of it. If I lose $100, they're going to charge me still that same $4.48. So that's how that works. That's your really only true cost of trading one futures in the NQ's contract. We think about, well, no, it cost me $1,200. No, it did cost you $1,200. You get that money back when you exit the trade. Right now, of course, if you lose $2,000, you're not going to, even though it's credited back to your account, you're not going to see it because now your account's down $2,000, right? So that's how that works. It's that simple, really. That's the true cost of trading futures contracts. Any questions, comments? Clear as mud. I confused you even more.
They'll get it.
Comments?
Just
No.
need some repetition.
So when we say, well, for $5, I could have made 2,400, we're not exaggerating. That's the real true cost of doing it. Now you got to make money, right? You got to know what you're doing. This ain't easy. If it was, everybody would be doing it, right? Well, just imagine what you could do with education, training, and experience. And we offer all that to you here at AmericanDreamTrading.com. Matter of fact, with the VIP plans, which are separate from futures, you can trade 12 hours a day or get trained up to 12 hours a day. We start training at 4 a.m. Eastern time and we train clear till 4 p.m. Eastern time. And those sessions are also recorded. It could be watched at a later date. Not to mention all the other mastermind classes and breakout rooms. I mean, there's just so much. Just the list is just a mile long of all the things that come with paid membership. Until you get inside the door and go look behind the curtain what we have to offer here, I guarantee you your mind will be blown. Ask anybody who just became a new member; they can tell you. Got any new members in here? Recent new members? People been here for a while. By the way, with paid memberships, we have our own Zoom call here in the futures. We train for 2 hours just in our private Zoom call on trading thing, talked about different subjects today. I mean, if a member has a question, they want to talk about a specific trade, we'll do that. We'll do whatever the members want to do, right? We're not just here to listen to Mark yap his gums, right? Or Doug or Ange or anybody else. We're all here to help each other out. Our goal is to make not only the other members better, but to make ourselves better. So it's hard to convey everything that's available. I mean, you can see Coach's video listed a lot of the things that's on there. I highly suggest you, now's the time. Get one of them paid memberships. It'll change your life if you allow it. Does that guarantee that you're going to be successful? Not at all. We can't make you click the mouse. We can't make you watch videos. We can't make you show up every day for training. We can't make you take notes, right? We can't make you learn. Now, we do teach in just about any formats. We have verbal, we have written, we have visual as far as like audio and books, type of thing, and videos, documents is what I was trying to say, not books. We don't write books, but so we try to provide all avenues of learning. Some people are better visual learners, others are better, audio learners, like to hear things, right? So it's all sitting there waiting on you, right? Tens of thousands of people can't be wrong. Coach has been around for over 4.5 years. We're not going anywhere. We are a legal corporation. It takes a lot of people to run this corporation. We have well over 20, I don't know the exact amount right now. They've been counted lately. We have well over 20 moderators to help keep this place running. Now, we have some that you never hear from audibly. They don't talk because they're working behind the scenes. You see Miranda popped in here, right? Arlo, all them. There's all kinds of people, Bruno, working behind the scenes just to administrate this corporation. There's a lot of things it takes. You got to keep greasing the wheels, keep the corporation running. There's a lot of, when you guys make out a help desk ticket, somebody's got to answer that, right? Coach isn't answering all. He can't possibly answer 10,000 people's questions in one day. The place has gotten so big, we do that. Coach used to be on here for 14 hours a day, all day. Well, the thing's just gotten so big now. He's trained up enough of us that hopefully we can pass on what he's already taught us. We try to do a good job doing that. Try our best anyway. So he's been live every day for over 2.5 years. Corporation's been around for over 4.5, right? So we're not going anywhere. We're not like some of these. Again, I don't like that. One thing you never hear me do is downgrade somebody else's name, right? Have you ever heard me mention, don't listen to that guy, he's a jerk. Don't listen to that gal, she don't know what she's talking about. We don't do that here. Those people that do that got black hearts. They feel the need to tear other people down, call them scammers, crooks, thieves, right? When you hear people that's all they want to do day in and day out, Maybe I ought to question the person that's doing that kind of broadcast, right? I mean, everybody's got a right to express their opinion. Doesn't make them right. People that spew negativity all the time is always tearing other people down. I don't know. I'd be questioning their personality and their mindset, their heart, their personality, right? The ones that feel, well, yeah, but we're trying to teach you to stay away from scammers. Whatever, right? Maybe it's just you feel the need to tear other people down because you think it's going to build you up, right? So, but you never hear us talk about those people. We just don't do that. We ain't got time for that. I try to be positive in my life, right? Try to help other people out. I don't want a black heart. I'm a baby boomer. I'm already grouchy. I don't need to be grouchy about anything. It's a life. Enjoy life. It's too short, right? So I would, anytime you hear somebody that talks like that all the time, I would question what their intentions are, right? If you got to tear somebody down all the time, yeah, I don't know. Maybe your heart's just black, right? So, so hopefully we try to do promote a positivity here and educating and training you so that you can develop the skill and do it all on your own. You don't have to depend on some TikToker or, not even coach. Eventually you get good enough, you know, you won't even have to depend on coach. You have a skill that nobody can take away from you. I don't want coach to go away. I got a lot of things I want to learn yet, right? We all do. People come for the trading and the education, but they stay for our community. Our community, I'll put our community up against anybody. We got to have the world's best community in here. Everybody gets along. It's not that we don't have disagreements from time to time. We do, right? Anytime you get more than two people together, there's going to be an argument eventually, right? Now we're not evil about it, right? We can have discussions, right? But our community, just everybody, uh, and it's hard to convey this, but everyone in our community wants the best for everybody else. Not only are they here to learn, but they want to see others succeed, right? We're here to encourage you. We're here to, share in your joys and cry in your sorrows, and we do that, So, you know, Rob's in here. I want nothing best for Rob. I've personally met Rob and Sofo. I've personally met the man, right? I want nothing but the best for him, right? I don't hang out with him. I met him one time, but it was it was a blessing to me to meet somebody face to face, American Dream Trading, right? One beautiful individual, really nice guy, and when we met as we had a group like meeting. Everybody there was just like in awe, right? As a matter of fact, my wife's not a social butterfly, right? And Coach has said the same thing about his wife. She just assumed stay home all day, right? She doesn't do well in groups of people, especially even worse, people that she doesn't know. But she had a great time when we had our meetup down there. Got to meet people and their wives and their significant others, their husbands, whatever, right? And that was one of the things she said. Everybody's just so friendly, right? And she don't know them from Adam, and she could care less about my trading, my day in and out, right? But she was just amazed at the quality of people that we have in our community. And had a great time. So you will come and you'll stay for the community. Again, we have people don't trade. They'll just sit here all day anyway because they like hearing other people talk and trade. So again, you're only seeing the tip of the iceberg. It's hard to convey some of these things that deep down have a hold of the relationships that we've developed over time, right? Yes, does everybody that joins American Dream Trading succeed? Absolutely not. We have people blow up their accounts all the time. There's nothing we can do about it. There really isn't. We can't force you not to click that mouse. We can't force you to don't enter that trade. There's things you have to take responsibility for as you're an adult. You're going to enter this. You have to take it seriously. You're trading with real money. You can lose real money. You will lose real money. Every day is not a perfect day. You will come out losing. So, yes, we have members that come in here and fail, and I'm not going to say it's not an irregular occurrence. It happens all the time, right? People just don't either, they just can't grasp the concepts or they don't follow coach's rules. Most of the time when people blow up their account, well, I shouldn't say most of the time, all the time when people blow up their accounts, it's for a single reason. They didn't follow coach's rules. I guarantee you, if you don't follow coach's rules, you will fail. So if you do not want to follow coach's rules, the best thing for you is not to join AmericanDreamTrading.com because you will fail. It's not from a lack of training. It's not from a lack of understanding. It's from a lack of following rules. People don't like to follow rules. When I lose money, 80% of the time it's because I broke one of coach's rules. What rules? Did you know coach had rules?
Does coach have rules?
Well, let's let coach tell you.
Some of the rules. Okay, perfect question. You're asking the right questions. I like it already. I'm new here. What are the rules? That's what I'm talking about. So again, right? Some of the most basic rules so I can help you guys. Think about this. Stop losses on each and every trade. What does that do? Keeps you from losing your accounts, right? Not hard. Paper trade only when you're a new trader. It makes sure you're not blowing up your accounts. You're not obviously ready for this. It's not make money, it's keep your money. Don't trade in the first 3 minutes or the last 8 minutes of the day. It's the hardest time of the day. I've been doing this 33 years. It's very hard. I get chopped up all the time and I'm like, ooh, it looks good. Oh, it looks good. Oh, I'm going to do it again. Oh, stop. I'm doing it to protect you, right? If you're a new trader, don't trade in the first 30 minutes because it is the most volatile, right? Until we get the shift change when volume comes in again at 10 o'clock. Because why? The very beginning is like this. Yo, 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 yo. Typically, after the first 30 minutes, it will try to decide which way do I want to go today. I'm avoiding you getting wrecked, right? Last hour of the day is power hour, high volume, hedge fund managers making the things happen, trying to get markets to move the way that they want. I'm telling you to stay out of it. So if you're like, well, I keep getting burned up, why are you doing it? Right? Journal. It's for your own mental strength so that you can see what you are doing on a daily, consistent basis. That's all it is for. Did I trade it right or did I trade it wrong? What should I have done? What could I do better? That is what it's for, right? It's your homework every day. You guys can go back and review your trades and go over your journal and what should I have done right there and why did that not work out? It will help you, right? You're strengthening your brain and you're getting rid of your own stuff. Small position sizes. I say that because usually when you go into large, your emotions take over. You're not trading robotically. You're not trading the trades. You'll end up blowing up your accounts, right? That's when we make a lot of mental mistakes. Is all the difference was we're going in too big. Let the runners run and stop out the losers. Again, notice the stop part is the most important. Stop out the losers so you don't continue to lose money. If you find yourself in these bleed out sessions, oh, well, I hope. Oh, it's going to come back. Oh, we'll see. Oh, it's coming down to support. Oh, it broke that support. Maybe this next, oh, stop. Draw a line in the sand. Use the stop. And then when you guys go green, right? Like, oh, I'm up 100. I'm taking that. That's my daily. That's what I told myself. That's what I told myself. If I can make 100, I'm going to take that. It could have turned into 2,000. Why are you taking 100? Let the runners run. I notice I never said take all the runners off the table. Never said that. I've never said that in my life. We use the shedding technique. We collect as it goes. We take off as it goes because that way we are guaranteeing locking in realized profits. Remember, nothing is realized until you actually click, right, the sell button. All these rules are in place, ladies and gentlemen. They're there to help you. If you can't do these very basic things we talk about, right, how are you going to advance? Stop saying, woe is me. Stop saying, I don't get it. Stop saying, I'm not a good trader. I guess I'm never going to get it. Yeah. Because you can't follow my basic rules. They're there for a reason. Again, follow the freaking rules. right? And listen, I know when I get on you guys, I don't get to sell anything and I don't get to make any money. And it's just, I don't care. I need you guys to understand so that you guys can get ahead in life. This is what we're doing this for, right? So when I'm in this mode, right? And again, like, oh, I'm not listening to any of this. You need to listen to all this. This is where the secret sauce, this is the golden nuggets, not the coach, just call out that runner. That isn't going to do you any good, right? It doesn't matter. There's 8 million people in this room. We could call out stuff all day long. You could just hear us shouting stuff. That isn't going to help anybody. If you don't know what to do with it, what good does it matter if one is up or one is down? That means nothing to anybody. If you don't know how to handle it, you might get lucky and catch a momentum and you're like, oh, I'm a great trader. And you just keep getting out a million times. It's because it's been going in the same direction all damn day, right? Can you duplicate it? Can you recreate the process every day consistently? This is all about consistency, okay?
I'm here. Lost my screen. Technical difficulties. I slid my screen around and now I'm trapped in there somewhere. Trying to grab it. Well, that's a problem. Ah, yeah, I lost my screen. I'm trapped in between screens. I can't find it. Oh, there it is. Is that it? There it is. There it is. Sorry, folks. I've sliding things around, and I slid my software right off in between the screens, and I couldn't find it. Technical difficulties.
3 hours later.
3 hours later.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Yeah, I got 5 screens, and I was sliding things around, and I let go of it in between the screens. If you ever dealt with multiple screens on your computer, you lose it in between screens, and you can't see it. And I'm over here freaking out. I'm like, the video's about over. Anyway, hey, been here more than 4 or 5 times. Mark McSee ain't the brightest bulb in the pack, but what do you expect for free, right? You get me. I'm a paid professional.
Hey, I made sure my crayons were sharp this morning when we showed up.
All right. All right, let's see. We have any other questions up there before we run out of time today? Let's see. Again, if you can't follow coach's rules that he listed, that he talked about, that were on that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 list, then just keep your money. Don't join American Dream Trading. If those rules didn't sound overly complicated to you, don't you think you could follow them? Well, you've come to the right place. Head on over to AmericanDreamTrading.com and pick up one of those memberships. They are going fast. So, other than that, I don't see any new questions. Did you guys all fall asleep over there? I see M&M's over there talking. Mazda Mitch was there. He come back or not yet. He had to take off for a few minutes, but I see he was there. Oh, there he is. There you go. Mazda Mitch says, Doug, my favorite ticker. What do you like to trade, Mazda Mitch? What are you practicing on? What are you working on? Trading. So we'll see here. Again, you should not be trading. What was one of the coach's rules? You don't trade in the last hour of the day, right? Unless you're an experienced trader. Well, guess what? This is power hour. We don't trade this time of day. I don't trade real money in this time of the day. I shouldn't, right? Oh, look. Copper went up and broke above that line barely, right? Again, metals don't have a high volume at the end of the day, but look, now I got a new high year right there, right? Went up a little higher. It's a high year. It's not a high of all time, but copper's now reached a level. It broke through barely. It's pulled back to where it was at before, right? So I'm going to take that line off there because I don't need it, because I have a little fancy ANSI indicator that tells me that was where it was at. So there we go. Take that off there. Silver's been kind of chaotic today. Been rough trading on that. In fact, I didn't trade silver. I wanted to, but when I looked at it, was doing all this mess here, right? Look how all crunched up that is. So I didn't trade that. I never even looked at oil today. Well, I looked at it, but I didn't trade it. Oil's been pretty much stuck in that zone at $65 to $68 after it pulled up a little bit yesterday, kind of retreated. The euro, I didn't trade that today either. That's another one of my go-tos, and don't look that bad. I mean, we could have traded that, but I didn't. And of course, we got the indices, the S&P 500. As you can see, it's flat right now. Again, I wouldn't enter any of these trades personally, just because of the time of the day it is. Now, why is it power hour? Because it's the end of the day. People are going to take their profits. They're going to cash out. They're going to take their ball and they're going to go home. They want to protect their profits. They don't want to hold it overnight, because you don't know what could possibly happen in the news overnight, right? Even in the next couple hours after the market closes. Now, the futures market's only closed for 1 hour between 5 and 6 p.m. Eastern time. Then it opens back up again. So, yeah, there is not a lot of power in the power hour today. Yeah, you never know. I mean, this thing could go berserk here in the last 5 minutes of the day sometimes. You can get a lot of people to sell off and get out of their trade, and then it'll get way down here. Oh, it's on sale. I'm going to buy it now before the market closes. And it'll shoot right back up, and then it'll sell off their profits. So, yeah, you can get them wild gyrations. We haven't seen a whole lot of that here in the last 2 weeks. I know we cover this every day during Power Hour, and it's been a while, probably 2 weeks since we've had that wild shoot up and shoot down kind of things. And my people's already, it's already up at the high of the day over here today. It peaked up here, so that was the high of it. So now people are selling off. That's a lot of money to sell off, actually, that price drop right there. Figure how many people trade this and how much each candle's worth. It's a lot of money. NASDAQ's pulled back a little bit too. Oh, look, looks like a little horsey. Oh, like a llama. I see a llama. What do you see? It's an inside joke here at American Dream Trading.
Oh, Ted.
Oh, Ted. I was just going to say, we had one of our members, he used to make up things. Oh, this is a llama head. And we're like, what? First time we heard it. That was kind of funny. You had to be there, one of them things, right? Okay.
That drop is $662.50.
Is that what it was?
Yep.
Hey, Ange, you see we got the breaking hold of a 1980 NQ.
Yes, I do.
Yep. That's
19
that
what?
level I was trying to get above.
Oh, 19,880?
The 1980 is like 19,800 or something like that.
Well, which is
level.
You just shoot out numbers. That's clear down here. Come
Yeah,
on,
it's
Ralph.
down, it's down. It broke way over, but the daily candle got to close above it, above that area.
Yeah, from our prior.
That cannot happen.
All right.
It's power hour.
You know what I'm going to do, Ralph? I'm going to
What's
go right
that?
here. I'm going to go right here. And I'm going to put a text in there. I'm going to make a big old white. See, this is the kind of things you can do with TradingView. And
Ralph says.
Ralph's line.
19,880.
Yes, it broke above that. But it came back down earlier today.
It's not there yet. You're at 1919.
There's Ralph's line. I'm going to lock that in there.
11.
I'm going to wonder what.
1980,
Just deleted it.
19,800 or whatever.
Which one you want? No, what? Whatever. Which one you want?
Let me get the real number. Hold on.
All right. All right. You get the real number.
My line is labeled the same way, except it's hot.
19,800 is the real number that I was. 19,800.
If you guys haven't, I'm hitting the wrong button. If you guys haven't figured out, we like to pick on Ralph, just like he likes to pick on us sometimes, So, 19 what?
19,800.
Okay, 19,800.
It's a whole number. I just be using them whole numbers because It's psychological levels.
Okay. Psychological level there. All right. We're going to watch that level because that's what's now known forever and forevermore because this is being broadcast publicly to the world. This 19,800 will officially be known as Ralph's line. And henceforth, forevermore, even decades after Ralph leaves.
Below that means the breakout didn't hold.
Okay. There's Ralph's line. We're going to lock that in there on my chart. Forevermore, when I see that there, Ralph's name will be there. That's Ralph's line.
19,800 or 19,880?
19,800.
19,800. All right.
Okay.
It's a whole number.
Okay.
It's a whole number. It's the next whole number.
Okay.
The price didn't break and hold over.
There we go. That's NQ's
We
line.
need a break and close. What we need.
Okay. Well, I think you've got a pretty good odds of that happening today, unless this drops over 100 points in the next 12 minutes.
Well, that would be drastic.
That would be drastic. I'd like to be in on that trade.
Absolutely.
Next, we need the next daily candle to break out with the shoulders sitting above that one, right, Mark?
Break and hold, yeah. That would be over a 400-point drop. So yeah, I'd like to be in that trade. I don't think
I've seen it. We done seen that before.
I know. I don't think it's going to happen. Not today.
I don't think it's going to happen today, though. The buyers are too strong.
Not at once, right? Yeah, I can move that much in a day easily. It's up there at that strong resistance support right now, strong support level, I should say.
Hey, this don't mean that the downtrend is over. This is just a sign of strength, for the buyers. That's it.
There we go.
They're just blowing it up so that when it tanks, they can take it all back.
There you go.
Ride it both ways.
And the opinions expressed on here don't necessarily reflect the views of AmericanDreamTrading.com, its founder, its moderators, or other members. Just Ralph. Right, Ralph?
I have a strong belief. I have a strong belief that stocks are gonna rally to a new high. It's just,
Okay.
I believe that in my heart that every time I looked at the chart, they ain't never not made a new high. So for all you people that's thinking the world is coming to an end, I don't think so.
And we're not worried about it coming to an end here at American Dream Trading. Why? Because Coach teaches how to make money when the market goes up. He teaches us how to make money when the market goes down. And he also teaches us how to make money when it goes sideways. We will make money. We don't care whether it goes up and down. Now, if you got a 401k, you want it to go up. But as day traders, as members of AmericanDreamTrading.com, we are taught to make money. Matter of fact, we love it when the market goes down. We tend to make more money that way. So we love it. We don't care. We really don't. People say, I bet you lost a lot of money in the stock market. I'm like, no, I had a record-breaking day today. Why? Why do you say that? Well, I thought you lose money when the market goes down. Well, yeah, some people do. We don't because Coach has taught us
assets.
Yeah, Coach has taught us. There it goes. There it goes, Ralph. It's coming to you. There's a sell-off, Ralph. We'll look at that. I don't think so. Right? Do I got to break and hold below that level? Yeah, to support? Nope.
You know what I mean? You could just sell off and just,
I don't think you're going to have a 400-point sell-off in the last
second. I don't think that's going to happen. I hope not anyway.
It's not typical, right?
Could you imagine? My God.
That would make the news.
I can imagine the party that Ange would throw because of it.
Yeah. I don't think Ange trades in the last half hour, the last 10 minutes of the day, do you, Ange?
I paper trade it. I don't actually live trade it.
Yeah.
Typically, unless I see something that's worthy of, I'm not kidding. If this comes clear down, I'm going to myself.
Like a complete nosedive.
Uh-huh.
What y'all got to keep in mind is the NQ ticks, they move way faster. Like, one tick for NQ is
I'm going all in.
2 ticks.
I'm going all in.
I'm
it's
telling
delicious.
you what.
I'm mortgaging the house. There we go.
Breaks and holds, I'm in.
You got to break and hold. Mark, what are you doing?
I'm going all in. You said it was going down. I heard Ralph say that. Heard somebody on the internet. Heard somebody on the interwebs.
You still have to pay attention to what you're doing.
Oh, you do? There's rules?
Yes.
Oh, I just played that video, didn't I? Oh, I didn't leave that part, did I? because
Look
that
at the
was
trend, though. The
that
1
was
minute
my
trend just
break.
flattened right out.
That was my break, and that was my confirmation candle. But I didn't wait that long. I jumped in before that happened, didn't I? And look what happened when you break the rules. What did I tell you earlier? When I lose money, it's usually because I break the rules. And you just heard Ange yell at me. You didn't wait on it, right? And look what happened to me. Now I'm down
Make yourself a
$300.
sandwich.
Yeah, I gotta make my own sandwich now. Especially if this was real money and I'm out $300, $400. See, folks, this is why you have to learn what you're doing and stick to it religiously. You have to follow the rules, right?
Mark,
Now
this is why you wait for the retracement and then take it off the 9.
yeah, I got a feeling. I got a feeling. My cousin's uncle's third brother's second wife said the market was going down today.
You should probably see a doctor about that feeling.
Yeah. So, this is not coach's rule I'm breaking, and this is a coach's trading strategy that I'm breaking because I did not wait on the break and hold. I jumped in before this candle was done moving, and now I'm down $500, right? So now what do I have? Do I have hopium that I'm going to be the world's greatest trader and it's going to go down? Well, that's how you lose money when you get hopium. I'm hoping I get that money back. I'm hoping I get my money back. I hope I don't lose 500. I hope I don't lose 600. And then you sit there and now watch your bank account evaporate. It's why you have to have trading criteria. It's why you always trade with a stop. Now, am I going to let this pool clear up here and stop me out? No, I would get out of it. I would already been out of this trade a long time ago. But that's why it stops there in case you get a sudden pullback. That's not saying I let this run all the way back up here, right? That would be crazy. It's insanity to let that sit there and watch that evaporate. That's not the intention of a stop. A stop is to keep you from a catastrophic sudden pullback, right? You have to decide when to get out of the trade. Well, I'm down $900, $800, $700. I should have got out of this trade a long time ago, huh? When you seen it first went red against me, because I jumped in there too soon. That's when you pull the Band-Aid off. Get out of your mistake as fast as possible, and then you can re-enter. Oh, right now, see, I could have ripped the Band-Aid off there when I was down a little bit less. See, I was down, what, $800? I should already get out of this, right? So this is what can happen to you when you don't follow trading strategies, right? Don't follow rules. Oh, look at that. I'm the world's greatest trader. I'm the world's greatest trader. Look at that.
Do it.
Look at that.
108 ticks, 116 ticks, 120. Come on.
I was just about to say I can see it pull into the 200 moving average before
Yep.
5
There you go.
o'clock.
I'm the
It's
world's
almost there now.
I'm the world's greatest trader. I just made $1,300 on that. See?
Holy sh!
I'm at
Look at that.
48.
And I
Look
could
at
have
that.
made
Who
more.
said-
Gonna bounce off the 21 and retract 50%.
Hey, this is what
That's
I
all
want.
right.
This is what I want to say here. Who said that price not closing above that yellow line is not realistic? You know what I'm saying? It could come clear back down there. Coach tell y'all this all the time.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
trade.
I'm gonna say
This is
that
why you
Ralph
don't-
put the mojo out there.
And it's only come
Okay.
down halfway, Ralph. So you didn't win yet. That's not saying it won't the next day or two, but is it going to drop 400 ticks?
Listen, me and Ange,
Well, I'm
we study
173 right
NQ.
now. So
Okay. I mean NQ. We be studying NQ. All right.
Yeah, I know.
NQ is fun.
Yes, sir. I mean, that's 400 ticks.
NQ
It's-
reminds me of why I practice patience.
So what's the one main thing that's going to stop that right now? That's the 200 MA,
The
right?
200.
There you go.
Mhm.
So a trader that took advantage of, like I did, so, not for real, but that would be your get out point. Take your profit and get out before it hits that, because the odds are, statistically, it's going to stop there and maybe even reverse course. So you can always lock in your profits there, and if it does break and hold below it, then you can re-enter. But now you have less 3.5 minutes left, right? See, there it is, testing it. Is it going to stay above it? If that comes down there, I'm shutting this show down before that. I'm hitting the stop streaming button before it hits that 19.8, because I don't want you guys to see Ralph was
If it
right.
breaks the 200, I mean,
Yeah,
essentially
right.
there was no reason to get out of this except for having a cautionary tail there at the 200.
Exactly.
And even still, like, there's no reason, there is no indication at this moment in time that we should be out of this trade.
Go.
Nope.
Look at that shit. Sorry, my French, but look at that.
That's
I
that,
just
Dump
want,
that
City.
ain't,
I
hey,
just, I just want to see it bounce. So Ralph ain't right. That's all.
I'm
That's,
just saying the strength is still on the downside. That's
yes, it
all I
is.
was.
Yes, it is. I mean, you're in a red EWO. You've been in one since 3
But
o'clock.
we had a
Yeah.
sign of strength today though. Woo, when the buyers was in the building, wasn't it? They
This
just
is,
taking profit. That's all.
yeah, that's all this is pure profit taking.
Yep.
They're selling out, taking their ball, going home for the end of the day. Let's see, this is exactly why Coach tells you shouldn't be trading unless you're experienced in this part of the day.
That'll
It was,
get you lunch.
yeah, I've been sitting here lulled to sleep, right? Look how flat that was. Like, oh, is it going to go up or is it going to go down? And you don't pay attention. And, oh, this is boring. It's just sitting there. I ain't making any money, but I ain't losing any money. The next thing you know, you blink and, whoop, right?
I just want to see if it's gonna come down to that yellow line. What line is that down there where you got your cursor at, Mark? I'm saying
That's
it's a
Ralph's
blue one.
line. That's Ralph's
I'm
line.
saying no, not that one. It's a moving average. What that is? That's
200.
VWAP.
200. This one here, the blue one's 200. This VWAP down here.
Yeah, that's VWAP. Okay, so VWAP kind of acts like a magnet, doesn't it?
Yes, it
Well,
does.
it's just like the 200 does. And you can see it doesn't want to break through that 200 yet. Now, maybe in the last minute I mean, actually, this trade's till 5, right? So we're off the air then, but yeah.
I'm curious to see if it's gonna get down there for the close of the day.
Well,
If it do,
I made
yeah,
$1,300 fake money, of course, just sitting there playing around. So that was a 230 tick drop. If you hadn't been paying attention, 230 times 1250, you'd have lost $2,875 that quick. Bam.
it's only $5 a point though, ain't it?
Oh yeah,
What is it?
$5. Yeah,
It just opened
yeah,
below the 200.
yeah. You're right. It
No,
is. It's not
it's
1250.
20. Wait,
So
it's
it's
20 a
1,000,
point,
1,100.
$5 a tick.
No. It's 5 for
Yeah,
NQ. So it's
right.
$1,100. Whatever. I keep thinking
It
it's
still
1250.
moves really fast, and
I
that's
mean, it could
NQ.
very well hit that. Like if it breaks and holds below
Uh oh.
below the
I think
200.
I'm losing my internet connection. Uh
Mayday, mayday,
oh no, I may be
mayday.
losing my internet connection. All right, we'll see what happens here.
I told y'all that's a strong level.
That's called Ralph's. I
I
told you
can't tell by
forevermore.
looking at your screen. I can't tell because I don't have my glasses on. Did that candle that's currently there, did that break the 200 or is that
Yes,
sitting on it?
that broke
It
it.
opened
It's
below it.
touching it. It's touching it. Open below it.
So even if it touches it and it still
There you go.
Now
breaks
it's
it,
below
got
it.
it.
There's your confirmation candles.
There's
Now
your
4 o'clock.
confirmation candle.
All right, we're in
Son of a
bonus
biscuit.
coverage now.
Jeez Louise. You got me.
Oh, guys,
6,700,
I'm so
6,800.
pissed I'm not at this. Oh my God.
FOMO, Ange, FOMO.
No FOMO, just annoyed.
Can
Damn it.
I get a
Yeah,
price
but
check
how many
right
times,
now?
days, if you'd have jumped in this, would you have got your face ripped off
Ange,
and
that's
destroyed
your
your account?
entire vacation right
Yeah,
there.
right there.
And that makes me want to. Oh, gracious.
Hold on. What's the price right now, Mark? Is it still above 2,000 something, 20,000 something? What is it?
19,820.
And
I
what's
hate.
that the other line?
You know what? I don't care who's
19.
right in here, but whenever Ralph's right, I just gyrates my bones.
I'm just saying.
Me and Ralph been hanging out and arguing for the last 2 years.
God, and you're kidding.
We did not
It's on a
get
double bottom, Ange.
I
Good place
told
to
you
get in
there
if
ain't
you
no way
wanted
it's
to.
gonna drop that much today.
I don't know if we're gonna get the break and hold.
Listen, you got another
Close.
15 minutes for people to lose their shirts here. So
And they got a
A
whole
hell in a
hour worth of
handbasket.
trading.
Are those still here? Or
333 ticks.
are those of you still around for this bonus coverage? I'm throwing in your free broadcast with extra free time. Hey, Vegan Knowledge. Nice to see you. Tell Don you're my
Would you guys
favorite.
would you guys like to know where I got that level from?
Yeah.
Where'd you get that level from, Ralph? Tell us
Mark,
more.
you gotta scroll back about 3 days.
Okay, well, let's see. Let's see you hit this first because I'm gonna take a screenshot of it when it happens, and I'm gonna post it publicly and apologize to you publicly at AmericanDreamTrading.com.
God, I can't believe this nonsense.
Oh, and the buyers are about to come in now.
No, they're not.
I'm telling you, the buyer's gonna come in at this. This is the point where everybody like, oh, we short, and then the buyers will be like, yes, let's just step in and take over. You know?
No, it's gonna dump all
You
the way to
know,
VWAP, I bet.
you know what, Doug? I've ate crow many
Yep.
times. I still don't like the taste of it.
It tastes like garbage, doesn't it?
Oh, it's horrible tasting. Ugh.
I just wanted to just point out that NQ had an amazing day today. Just amazing.
Well, the bad thing, this is
347
recorded
ticks.
on interwebs for prosperity forever.
All right.
I'm going to talk to Bruno, see if he can delete this one.
Yeah.
Every day, every time I'm gonna have to just revert back. What's the day? What's the date? March
St.
17th.
Patrick's Day. How could you forget? Every St. Patrick's Day for the next 20 years. I'm like, Mark, remember last St. Patrick's Day when you were wrong and I was
So,
right?
so this level here is the top of the wick of last Wednesday.
Yes, yes.
Here's my
It's a
screenshot,
very
Ralph.
important,
Ralph,
very important level right there.
Ralph, you were right, and I was wrong. And my apologies to you, sir.
On my chart, I got it wrote. At this level, this is where the Bulls take over. If they can't hold above that, the Bears are still in control.
And look at that.
This is why
805, 804, 806.
shows you the effectiveness of charting your charts, knowing the historical levels, right?
Absolutely.
Well, in all fairness to me, I don't actively trade the NQ, so I don't have lines on my chart.
Look
Buy
at
that?
that.
You buy that excuse?
Consolidation right there. Holy crap.
Look how it's coming back up. Doug, what about that, Doug?
That's going to be a slight retracement, maybe a retest.
To everybody still watching on our social media platforms, I would like to publicly apologize to Ralph for me doubting what he had to say. I said there was no way that it was going to drop that much today. And obviously, Ralph was correct and Mark was wrong. You may write that on your permanent calendars, put it in your cell phones, however you want to do it. Save this video. But I would like to publicly apologize to Ralph on St. Patrick's Day in the year 2025.
Now, Ralph, please, for the love of God, tell me you were in that.
No, I mean, I'm not in it because I'm looking for buys, but I just wanted to say that, Mark, you don't watch NQ like that. I know you don't. So, if this was something that you watched all the time, I'm pretty sure that, you would have, agreed with me.
I probably wouldn't just because I don't want to ever agree with you, but
I can't go make that same call on gold,
Right.
I can't make because I don't watch gold like that. So,
Good job, Ralph.
Beautiful trade right there.
I hope it don't break it though.
I'd like to see it go all the way to VWAP.
I don't know if it's gonna. I don't know.
But it hit it exactly though.
The volume's cutting down real good now here in the last. They've got 10 minutes if they were going to do that, but the volume in it has just been cut significantly after the 3 o'clock hour. So I would be shocked if it continued to take that downward spiral. I would go to bet it. Based on what I've seen historically, it'll most likely consolidate right through here in this area.
Yeah, that's what I think too. I think they're gonna get the close a day above that level. Me personally, but
not much above it though, is it?
They just need to close above it. That's all.
Now it'll be interesting to see how this does when the market opens this evening.
Right, that's what I want to see.
When does this contract
end? To catch their breath.
Yeah, when does this contract end? What is this? Is this June? Or not June?
March contract.
March.
Should be the March.
I deleted my widget. Rollover day and a day. Let me spread this out here.
So we still got time for this contract. open interest. I'm speaking to open interest.
Oh,
But yeah, I watch. I have taken a shine to NQ. She still likes to rip my face off sometimes, but I do enjoy watching this one. Even though I trade like ES more so than and gold, but I will get to know NQ. NQ and I will be BFFs. So this was exciting to watch with everybody.
you know, it didn't have to be recorded and all over the interwebs, but you know, it is what it is. I will post this on our Discord, Ralph, for everybody to see.
One thing that I like about NQ is it respects support and resistance lines like
Yes.
to the pip. I'm talking
Yes.
about, yeah.
Yes, it does.
And
Oh,
then,
really?
yeah, and then when the,
There's my screenshot, Ralph, that I'm going to be posting in our Discord.
That's funny.
whenever it goes up, it moves in like a straight line, kind of. Nothing moves in a straight line, but like, you know, the rallies and the drops are always, it's not as choppy as the rest of them. I mean,
Okay.
it will chop you out, but
Yeah.
What the heck,
From
Bert?
where I got
just
in.
sent me a message. When does the future shut off? I don't want to get stuck. Still trading them.
In about 7 minutes.
what I was after the close of the stock market.
415. 415 you got
Oh.
before you have to have the overnight margin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, overnight and maintenance, right? But maintenance is less than the overnight.
Well, if you hold it, yeah. If you're already in the trade, you get charged maintenance margin.
And now we're about to get above the 9.
Well, we're still live, so you know.
Getting above that 9 now. It's about to get ready to go make a new high. Hopefully. Not today. Probably whenever the market opens back up. With my luck, it'll open up way down on the VWAP line.
All right, folks. That was the bonus coverage for today. I appreciate everybody being here today. I'm going to conclude this broadcast. If you haven't already, make sure you click subscribe, like, and share. Hopefully, you got some entertainment today, that you learned something new. Never doubt Ralph. Me and Ralph go back for a couple years, so you know, just kind of crow doesn't taste good. Remember that whenever you put yourself out there on the interwebs. And then the www is where it's on the internet forever and ever and ever. But I do thank you for being here. Hopefully you were at least entertained today. Hopefully you learned something along the way. We will be here again tomorrow, same time, same bat channel. We are live 3 times a day. Coach is live from 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern time, Monday through Friday. I'm live here with the Futures Education Program from 2 to 4 and at 5 p.m. tonight. And every day, Monday through Friday, is the Aftermarket Show with Don over on our YouTube channel, American Dream Trading. Make sure you check that out. I thank y'all for being here. I will see you again tomorrow. Have a great evening. Make sure you are a positive influence in somebody else's life. Thank you for being here, and see ya.
See you.
See ya. Now